We often ask ourselves, why did this ever happen to me? And sometimes, when life blesses us with too much, we become proud. In chasing our desires and achievements, we forget that everything is written by our Creator. We forget His plan. In the end, only time reveals what is truly good or bad. Maybe right now, you are going through a hard time, or maybe you are enjoying comfort and forgetting about tomorrow. If that sounds like you, then this story is for you. Listen carefully until the very end, because this story may not only make you think, it may even change you. Before we continue, make sure to subscribe to our channel and like this video, so you never miss the inspiring stories we share. Once, at the foot of a green hill beside a dense forest, there was a small village. In that village lived a humble man named Mr. John. Middle-aged and simple, Mr. John lived a poor life. For him, having 2 meals a day was already a blessing. Yet, despite his struggles, he had one rare quality. He was always content with what he had and never complained. Mr. John owned a tiny piece of farmland. He worked hard on it every day to grow crops. Helping him was his only son, David, and their loyal white horse named Thunder. But Thunder was not an ordinary horse. He was strong, intelligent, and incredibly hardworking. Mr. John and David loved him so much that they treated him like part of the family. One day, Thunder's beauty and cleverness caught the attention of a wealthy merchant from the city, Mr. Brown. Mr. Brown came to the village with his son just to see the horse. The moment he laid eyes on Thunder, he was amazed. He offered Mr. John a large sum of money to buy the horse. But to everyone's surprise, Mr. John politely refused. The villagers were shocked. Some even called him a fool. They whispered, "Mr. John is crazy. He turned down such a golden chance. This poor man could have become rich." But only a few days later, something shocking happened. Thunder suddenly disappeared from his stable. Mr. John and David searched all day, but there was no trace of him. The villagers mocked again, saying, "See, he wasn't even worthy of keeping such a horse." Some even accused Mr. Brown's men of stealing Thunder. David was heartbroken. "Father," he asked, "we lost something so valuable. Why are you so calm?" Mr. John smiled gently and said, "My son, there is both good and bad in everything. Time will tell what this means." David didn't understand and thought maybe his father was only hiding his sadness. But just a few days later, something incredible happened. While they were working in the fields one morning, they saw Thunder returning. And he wasn't alone. He had brought back 5 wild horses with him. The whole village was stunned. The same people who mocked Mr. John before now said, "What a lucky man he is." But Mr. John remained calm as ever. "Perhaps Thunder went into the forest to find his herd," he said softly. Excited, David began training the wild horses. Every day, he worked hard to tame them. But soon, tragedy struck. One of the wild horses kicked David off its back, and his leg broke badly. Once again, the villagers began whispering, "See, these horses brought disaster upon his family." In pain, David cried, "Father, this time it is truly bad." But Mr. John calmly replied, "Good or bad cannot be judged in a single moment, son. Time will show us." David couldn't understand. The pain in his leg was unbearable. Then, only a week later, war broke out in the country. The government ordered all young men from the village to join the army. But because of his broken leg, David was not taken. Sadly, many other boys from the village were forced to go, and many never returned home. The village was filled with grief. Families wept day and night. Villagers came to Mr. John and said, "You are truly lucky. Your son is alive, while we lost ours." Mr. John looked at David and said with peace in his heart, "Do you see now, my son? When Thunder was lost, it looked like misfortune, but he returned with 5 more horses. When your leg broke, it seemed like disaster, but that very pain saved your life from the war. This is why I always say, good or bad cannot be judged in the moment." Hearing this, David finally understood his father's wisdom. Mr. John added, "That's why, son, when something good happens, don't become too proud. And when something bad happens, don't lose hope. Everything is part of time. The lesson is clear. Whether good or bad, everything passes. We may not understand God's plan today, but one day we surely will. So in every situation, stay patient, stay grateful, and keep your faith strong. Maybe right now, something in your life doesn't make sense. But trust this, God's plan is always for your good. Remember, whether good or bad, it will all pass one day. Don't lose yourself during hard times, and don't get carried away during happy times. Balance is the key to life. If you enjoyed this story, please like this video, subscribe to our channel, and share your thoughts in the comments. What lesson did you learn today? We'll see you in the next story. Take care.